How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just wanted to come on here for a while and give them a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark Elevation from tonight, which is February 21st, 2022. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was Anna Jay, Ty Conti, and Red Velvet versus Freya States, Angelica Risk, and Ari Alexander. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Anna Jay, Ty Conti, and Red Velvet went over cause Anna Jay made Freya States tap out to the Queenslayer. That was match 1, by the way. Match 2, it was Daniel Garcia 2.0, which are Matt Lee and Jeff Parker, and the Gun Club, which are Austin and Colton Gunn, versus Chico Adams, Ariel Levy, Dean Alexander, Dominic Guarini, and Kevin Koo. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Daniel Garcia 2.0 and the Gun Club went over cause Daniel Garcia made Chico Adams tap out to the sharpshooter. Match 3, it was the Bunny versus Caitlin Alexis. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, the Bunny went over with the Down the Rabbit Hole. That was match 3, by the way. Match 4, it was the Andrade Hardy Family Office, which are Andrade El Idolo, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, The Butcher, and The Blade, versus Sean Dean, Carly Bravo, Baron Black, Jameson Ryan, and Chandler Hopkins. That was a great match, but the ending to it, the Andrade Hardy Family Office went over cause Isaiah Cassidy pinned Carly Bravo with the El Idolo from Andrade El Idolo. Well, after the match, after the match, the Andrade Hardy Family Office, which are Andrade El Idolo, Mark Quinn, Isaiah Cassidy, The Butcher, and The Blade, were celebrating, along with Jose the Assistant, celebrated their victory. Matt Hardy came out on stage and looked on while the rest of the Hardy Family Office were celebrating and everything, which that was cool. That was after the match, by the way. Match 5, it was Ruby Soho versus Haley J. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Ruby Soho went over with the No Future. Match 6, it was Lance Archer versus Joey O'Reilly. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Lance Archer went over by referee stoppage cause Lance Archer got on top of Joey O'Reilly and was punching him in the face repetitively, and the referee stopped the match. And everything. That was match 6, by the way. Well, now before the match, Lance Archer dragged Joey O'Reilly out to the ring, and Lance Archer executed the chokeslam to Joey O'Reilly on the ring apron and threw him in the ring and everything. That was cool. That was before the match, by the way. Match 7, that was match 6, by the way. Match 7, it was Layla Hirsch, Nyla Rose, and Emi Sakura versus Sky Blue, Kiera Hogan, and AQA. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Layla Hirsch, Nyla Rose, and Emi Sakura went over cause Layla Hirsch pinned Sky Blue with the running knee strike. And match 8, that was match 7, by the way. And match 8, which was the main event, it was Jay Lethal, Frankie Kazarian, Matt Sydal, and the Nightmare Family, which are Brock Anderson and Lee Johnson, versus Chaos Project, which are Luther and Serpentico, and the Wingmen, which are Peter Avalon, Cesar Bononi, and J.D. Drake. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Jay Lethal, Frankie Kazarian, Matt Sydal, and the Nightmare Family went over cause Jay Lethal pinned Serpentico with the diving elbow drop. That was match 8. That was match 8 in the main event, by the way. Now, besides the matches, Kiera Hogan cut a promo talking about Black History Month and talking about her struggles with mental health and how her life was growing up and how she got in the business of professional wrestling and how she's a part of the LGBTQ community and everything. That was cool. And now, besides all that, besides the matches and the promo for this week's episode of All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark Elevation, Excalibur, Paul White, and Mark Henry done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. And the reason being, with Excalibur being on commentary along with Paul White and Mark Henry on this episode of All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark Elevation, is because Tony Schiavone couldn't make it on commentary because he had something going on. So Excalibur filled in for Tony Schiavone again this week. And the referees for the event were Mike Posey, Rick Knox, Paul Turner, Bryce Remsburg, Stephon Smith, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Paul Turner refereed the match between Anna Jay, Ty Conti, and Red Velvet versus Freya States, Angelica Risk, and Ari Alexander. That was Paul Turner, by the way. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Daniel Garcia, 2.0, and the Gun Club versus Chico Adams, Ariel Levy, Dean Alexander, Dominic Guarini, and Kevin Koo. Rick Knox refereed the match between The Bunny versus Caitlin Alexis. Stephon Smith refereed the match between the Andrade Hardy Family Office versus Sean Dean, Carly Bravo, Baron Black, Jameson Ryan, and Chandler Hopkins. That was Stephon Smith, by the way. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Ruby Soho versus Haley J. Rick Knox refereed the match between Lance Archer versus Joey O'Reilly. That was Rick Knox, by the way. Mike Posey refereed the match between Layla Hirsch, Nyla Rose, and Emi Sakura versus Sky Blue, Kiera Hogan, and AQA. That was Mike Posey, by the way. And Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Jay Lethal, Frankie Kazarian, Matt Sydal, and the Nightmare Family versus Chaos Project and the Wingmen. That was Aubrey Edwards, by the way. And all the referees done awesome as usual. Now, if I did forget, like I said, Excalibur, Paul White, and Mark Henry done awesome on commentary throughout the whole show as usual. That just in case I forgot that. And like I said, all the referees, which are Mike Posey, Rick Knox, Paul Turner, Bryce Remsburg, Stephon Smith, and Aubrey Edwards, done awesome as usual. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give them a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dark Elevation from tonight, which is February 21st, 2022, Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.